Good evening, everyone. Been getting quite a few questions here in the last couple of days about this subject. And the questions are, if there are no satellites, how does DirecTV work? How does Dish Satellite work? Well, it's really, really simple. If you'll drive around your neighborhood and you look at all the little supposedly satellite dishes on the side of the houses, well, they're all pointing the same way, which should common sensely tell you that they're all pointing toward the closest data tower to give that signal. Now, if these little dishes were working off of satellites in space, well, they'd all just be turned straight up in the air. They wouldn't all be facing the same angle. I mean, it's really, really common sense. And also, another subject I wanted to hit real quick while we're talking about this is cell phones. I don't understand why people think that cell phones run off of satellites. Now, have you ever been out in the country or been over to a friend who lives on the outskirts of town, or been over to a relative's on the holiday and you can't get a signal? You got to walk out to the end of their driveway to get a signal, or you got to drive down to the end of the road to get a signal. Well, it's really, really simple. The closer you get to that data tower, then you get a signal. I mean, if it worked off a satellite, you should just be able to stand there in the same spot, and the signal would eventually orbit around to you, especially if the Earth is spinning and satellites are orbiting the Earth at the same time. Well, the signal should eventually come around to you. I mean, seriously, everybody has that one spot in town or going through one town to another that you call a dead spot. And you know when you get there that you're not going to have a signal. That right there should tell you something. You should just be able to sit there and wait for that signal to come to you, but it doesn't, because there are no satellites. It's common sense, really. I mean, there's really nothing else that I can say to make you understand it any better. It's common sense. Use your brain. God gave you one. Anyways, thanks for watching, and God bless.
Some wireless companies like to pretend they're the best, but there's only one most reliable wireless network in the nation.
Can you hear me now?
Ay, ¿qué hacemos ahora? Con los dos sacos de arroz.